Start.
Yay.
Okay. Hi everyone, this is Bloss6 and I'm here with
Mr. Raw, DJ Starfight or DJ Bishop, however you prefer. Hey guys.
Here.
I think you cut out.
It's Nerdyx. And the fan loser. So apparently we can hear his TV through the recording. Good job, fan loser.
And today we are going to be reading More Than Her Maid by Westphalian Musketeer.
Fan loser, we can hear your background. Like, totally we can hear your background. Fan loser.
Yeah, you can hear it clearly too.
Fan loser.
It doesn't replace me. He'll come back to us. He'll message or something.
Want me to kick him out?
If he's not talking after a bit, then by all means, or you can just mute him. You can still hear us, I guess, when he comes back. Welcome to the recording, where we have to hear Fan Loser's TV. I don't know what he's watching, but I don't give a fuck. Mute.
Not really.
And we're going to be reading More Than Her Maid by Westphalian Musketeer.
Pinky gets her main style, and Spike freaks out.
I will be playing the role of Spike, and that's it. Who wants to be Pinky and the rest of the main six?
You know I can take a Pinky. So read the description. Pinkie Pie has always been random, but when she shows up to Twilight's library with a straight cut mane, Spike is immediately worried as some tragedy has caused her to enter into a depression. Sometimes the girl is more than fur on her head. Inspired by the cover art of Darth Franny. Darth Franny. That's the name, Darth Franny. Okay. Do you want to read or do you want to read?
I guess I'll start.
Good.
Subsection A, Code 41. Mountain wildlife of the Grifonic goes here. Subsection D, Code 68. Canada. The Lost Diamond Dog Republic of the North goes here.
Why does Spike sound like he went through fucking puberty?
I tried. Spike slid the very last book that he was tasked with reshelving and smiled contentedly at his work. The shelf was a very picture of perfection.
Perfect picture of perfection.
Every single inch was occupied by some book, text, manuscript, scroll, or other written work, all neatly arranged according to genre, then alphabetized by author. Children's books to the science texts, to the treaties to the
treatises? I can never pronounce that word.
Trees. It's a fucking typo. That's what it is.
To words on theology.
Treaties on theology. It's always impressed the young dragon, and at the great variety that was present in the Ponyville library. Twilight was always happy to help with it too, always finding something that pertained to her interests, of which there were many.
What did you interest in?
I don't know. So who wants to take over for the next few paragraphs?
I go. Spike stepped down from his stool and went over to a table. From it, he grabbed a small slip of paper and walked toward the shelf. He selected the volume, folded out, and replaced it with a marker before walking up the stairs. The purple dragon hopped into his basket and opened the book to read aloud. Twilight was absent that day, and so he could do as he pleased. The Concierge Guide Gems began. It is a well-known fact of the land of Equestria one of abundance in all things, including, as is relevant to this book's gems. With this abundance, however, comes the necessary burden of holding an ever more scrutinizing eye for quality. While some minotaurs in the south may be content to find a piece of quartz to adorn a pauldron, a knocking sounded at door, and Spike hastily stowed his book behind the cushion. "Come in," he called out, stepping out of his basket. As he made his way down the stairs, he could hear the door open and a familiar voice of Pinkie Pie. He could hear the door open and the familiar voice of Pinkie Pie. Okay, I had to read that again because I thought it didn't make sense. Okay. Hi, Spike. Oh wait, do you want to go?
Alright, the pink mare shouted with all the enthusiasm of a 6-pound cat given a shot of adrenaline.
I had a break between the corner. I totally thought that right now will be a fantastic time to see you in Twilight.
That's great to hear, Pinkie, Spike said. But Twilight isn't here right now. She's at the spa with Rarity and Fluttershy. He stepped down into the foyer once more to look around. Pinkie, where are you?
Right here, silly.
Pinkie, you fucking misspelled Pinkie as Pink Y instead of Pink IE.
Okay.
How dare you misspell best horse?
Let's see. Pinkie exclaimed from underneath the stairs. Spike turned to the bubbling voice's source and looked at Pinkie. What he saw struck him dumb. Her mane, where it once possessed the volume-bouncing garish of rubberized cotton candy, is now flat, deflated, and straight as regular licorice. Oh, hey, Pinkie, how are you?
Are you already gone? I'm doing fantastic. All the Velvet Pups is wanting to hear that Twilight isn't here right now, but I'm sure you and me have lots of fun. We can have lots of fun on our own.
The mare bubbled a response with all her usual exuberance.
Wink.
Oh yeah, I don't want sex right now, thank you.
God, the assumptions.
Wink.
Well, we're reading More Than Her Mane by I don't know who it is anymore, so we're not exactly riffing this shit.
That's Franny.
Sure, I suppose I could do with some time outside, Spike offered sheepishly, off put by the contradiction before him.
Great, come on, Spike. You can go see Raymond guys want to pull some pranks.
The pink pony began trotting off when Spike's slightly perturbed features registered with her. She turned around and looked at the dragon as he took in a sharp breath at a sudden movement.
Is Spiky okay?
She asked innocently, putting on a mock pout. I guess, Spike responded, staring at Pinkie's mane. The mare absentmindedly reached over to her new dew with the hoof before flinching with insight.
Ooh, do you have a mane? I had it done like this yesterday.
It's nice. It's nice? Wait, you had it done like this? The purple dragon shook his head, thinking that something crazy had crawled in.
Of course, never got an angel. Just without help. I mean, how would I even do the straightener? I have to blow little steady steam down my hooves and grab with, and that's just plain silly.
Pinkie nonchalantly waved over the dragon and raspberried her lips.
But those now are really talented. Got my name just how I wanted it.
So you wanted your mane like this? Spike inquired.
Like what? Bluff?
Oh. Like what? Pinkie asked, blinking inquisitively and leaning towards the dragon. Flat, he said, flatly, tilting his head as he continued. Is something wrong, Pinkie? I've never seen you like this, except when you thought no pony wanted to be your friends with you anymore.
Nope, absolutely positively no chance of is anything wrong. In fact, if anything, I've been feeling better the more times I spend with all my friends.
Pinkie wrapped herself in her four-hose.
I'm happy to have such great friends.
Well, what change you make, Pinkie?
Are you tired, Spiky?
I'm just, maybe that food it's getting to me. I don't know.
Why not?
The party pony replied, Spike raised a claw before letting it slump back down. Because you usually don't change your mane?
What's the chicken man have to do with me being unhappy?
Egg fucking exactly! Anyway, Pinky unraveled herself from her hooves and stood up.
I happen this is in my head. My mane is on my head. Two totally different things. Except for the head part.
So you're genuinely happy? Pinky nodded at Spike's question. Of the teeniest bit of despair?
How do you even know that word?
I don't know.
Despair!
Spent too much time in the Crucial Empire. Spike, my mane doesn't determine what makes me me. Remember how I had people in Sakura came to town? I sure felt silly after that.
Pinky Mare bounced in place as she hummed Evil Enchantress. I didn't really think of it that way.
Yo.
Yo, we're reading.
How's it going, guys?
We're reading a fanfic, man.
It's not cringy.
Holy shit!
Yeah. It is More Than Her Mane by Dark Franny.
Let me pull it up.
There's a link.
We're switching off. I'm doing Spike as the narrator, and then DJ's doing Pinky.
Hi.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
No, you can't do Pinky. I'm doing Pinky. Yeah.
Any rolls?
I don't know.
Way too squeaky to be Pinky.
I don't know. I'm gonna scroll down a bit, see if I can find any others. So far I only see Spike and Pinky. Give me a minute.
Anyway, where were we?
How would you guys be?
There's Mr. and Mrs. Cake.
Show me that music video at some point. It sounds.
It's currently being rendered to speak.
There's Mr. and Mrs. Cake.
Well, it sounds promising.
Yeah, you should have a reaction to it.
There's Rainbow.
Maybe once it's done, I'll call some people up and we can react to it.
Okay. Because it's already on 50%.
Alright. Okay, let's see.
And there's a little bit. There's Twilight.
I didn't really think of it that way, Spike admitted, putting a claw to his chin.
Hold on, I actually scrolled down to see who else was showing in here. Give me a minute. Sorry, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Oh, okay. Anyways, come on, let's find Dicey. I heard she got a jar of Rainbow from Glendale. That stuff's so spicy!
With that, she turned and walked to the door where the characteristic bounced to her step. Good old Pinky. Still as random as the day I met her. Spike walked as the exuberant young mare, feeling a little more confident that a change on the outside didn't mean a change on the inside.
Hey, Dad. I shall...
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the pot calling the kettle black.
I shall read this part now. Spike and PewDiePie walked down Main Street towards Shin Cube Corner. Well, Spike walked, Pinky hopped, and skipped, and sort of floated down the road. Damn it. The sun had reached its midday zenith, and lit up the busy market stall on the side of the road. Ponies all around tended to their business. Some bought groceries, or furniture, and crafts, while others sold produce, old books, and various hats. Healthy Fortress. In one stall, a particularly large blue Clydesdale was wearing a propeller hat and happily declared his intentions to eat a sandwich. I know it! There was even a Pegasus mime who kept flying upwards, only to an invisible ceiling. No one touches my sandwich.
Silly. He should just fly around that.
Hey, that's mine. He's just flying around that. Pinky declared exuberantly as she and her reptilian follower passed him by.
So, Pinky, what were you thinking of having lunch for today?
Spike asked earnestly. Well, let's see. Today is the third Tuesday after the Summer Sun celebration, but the hikers from Fight Bonbon hadn't begun calling in sunset. So, I have no idea. The mare bounced along happily. Her mane flared outwards with each bounce and settled back on her neck at a speed slower than her bouncing. When the party pony stopped bouncing, her mane remained aloft for several seconds as she lifted the hoop to her chin. I suppose I have a hankering for cupcakes. Would you like to have me make them, Spike? Pinky inquired, smiling down at her friend.
Cupcakes? Sure.
Spike exclaimed happily as he threw his arms out.
Do you have the ingredients for Topaz Tangerine Toppers?
Sure do. I always keep some gems in the sushi corner for Spike. For Spike wants super special shiny gemstone cupcake emergencies. Pinky declared resolutely, lowering her hoof and trotting off to his corner with Spike in tow. There's your second chance, right?
I'll be Mr. Cake.
Mrs. Cake. This is going to be interesting. Hi, Mr. Cake. I'm here with Spike with my cupcakes. Is it okay if I borrow the downstairs oven for a bit? You want to narrate?
Pinkie Pie asked as she entered the confectionery establishment with Spike. The downstairs oven? Mr. Cake asked as he lifted his head from setting a tray to the display case. Of course. Go right ahead. We'll leave you and Spike to it. Be sure to have fun.
Thanks.
Pinky answered as she cantered past her lanky employer and down the stairs.
Now, I just run gem free cookies. Spike, could you please help out and find the flowers? Spike?
The mayor turned and saw Spike standing on top of the stairs.
Hello, Spike. Yeah, we can use down here. You coming or what?
Dragon muttered, eyeing the basement incredulously. Is there really an oven down there and not some really dangerous knives and forks and spoons and chainsaws?
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to turn you a cupcake.
That's what we're trying to avoid, honestly.
Yeah, no.
We keep doing this and we'll just fucking enforce it.
Yep, you nodded.
In the basement? What about the smoke?
It's electric. It's electric. The cake bought it. The cake bought it a few years ago. What? Yeah. The cake bought it a few years ago to use for cooking their own meals. Then they figured it was easier to use the bakery ovens, so they let me move down here for my special projects.
Spike looked at Pinky's flaccid mane and swallowed a small wad of spit.
Special.
Okay, just one moment.
Hey.
With that, just one moment, I said.
Yeah. Hey.
With that, the purple dragon began descending the bottom of the stairs carefully. When he finally reached the bottom of the stairs, Pinky had turned on several lights and had a basket of topazes in her mouth. Pink Mare sat the basket down beside a small black electric stove and trotted over to a small cupboard. She pulled out of it a brick of butter, a jar of sugar, and a bag of tangerines. So where's the flour, Pinky? Spike asked as his left foot drew circles on the somewhat dusty floor.
Just over there in the corner.
Pinky gestured to the left as she sorted through the confectionery.
My English,
Pinky gestured to her left as she sorted through the constitutive culinary components surrounding her. Fucking alliteration! Right! The purple dragon affirmed, but before waddling over to the corner.
Wow, very enthusiastic.
It was a 10-pound bag of flour set apart from the pile of other bags.
All of a sudden, you got very fancy.
Cut open, but one corner of it was cut open but folded to keep it fresh. Spike reached over to the bag and grabbed it with his claws, careful not to pierce the paper. Just then, all the lights in the basement shut off and Pinky and Spike flinched, piercing the sides of the bag. Oh no, what happened? The purple dragon yelled as he felt the powdery substance float around his claws.
Oh! I break my foot.
Spike turned in the direction the voice came, but only saw a flat stream of pink fly past the light cast from upstairs. Pinky? Baby Dragon called out hesitantly. Where are you? Ah! Spike could swear he felt something brush against his arm.
Sorry, just looking for the circuit.
Pinky called, now from the corner opposite of where Spike was standing. Following a few clanking sounds, the silence resumed. A few moments later, the flour stopped flowing out of Spike's paws, and he let the blag go. He let the blag go.
Right.
It floated to the ground and caressed his leg as he turned around. Purple Dragon tried to focus his eyes to make out something in the darkness. In the middle of the room, a light flickered to life over the oven. Pinky was staring there with a smile on her face.
Where are they? Where?
She announced.
Guess we'll have to bake with just the one night.
Spike saved a sigh of relief before turning back to the pile of flour. Oh, he moaned. Pinky was soon beside Spike and pressing her cheek to his.
Okay, I'll get my bag flour. You just get to bring that man.
All right, Pinky, Spike said. He headed for the wall, where the broom leaned up against it, picked it up, and returned to the mess, set about cleaning up the floor.
All you do is take a cup of flour, add it to them. Now stick a little something sweet and sour to the... Yeah. I can't sing this one. Shit!
Allow me. All you have to do is take a cup of flour, add it to the mix. Next is some sweet and sour, a bit of salt to the pinch. Pinky's treat is such a cinch and a teaspoon of vanilla. Add a cup more and get to 4 and you can never get your fill up. Cupcakes, so sweet and scenty cupcakes. Don't be too hasty cupcakes. Cupcakes.
Pinky.
Spike interrupted, causing the mare to halt in midair and let the dragon before drifting back to the ground. Why are you singing? Spike told her to head at Spike.
Why would I be singing? I'm a friend doing something I love to do. Are you okay, Spike?
The purple dragon leaned back softly. Yeah, I'm fine. Just reacting normally.
Thanks.
The mare bubbled before returning to her singing and cooking. He played the first batch of cupcakes with Topaz and gave them to Spike. The purple dragon coiled his tongue around a half dozen of them, looping the lengthy muscle around each and drawing them all into his mouth.
Very much detail that time.
Pulled her own batch of chocolate cupcakes covered in pink and purple frosting. She pulled them from the oven and set them aside to cool.
Pulled it from oven. English.
She pulled them from oven. Yes, the one singular oven. Actually is a singular oven, so what the fuck are we talking about?
She pulled them from oven.
She got beside Spike and started humming to herself contentedly. Oh, Pinky, you gonna go eat those cupcakes soon? Spike asked.
5.
She replied. 5? What are you?
4. 3. 2. 1. You assume we have flash off.
Later, Pinky grabbed the nearby tray with her hooves, opened her mouth, and emptied its contents into her waiting gullet. Oh, Spike said, countdown, got it. Spike said.
Spike did.
That's like that. Pinky said, rubbing her belly.
Ah, we're all filled up with goodies. Why help me and Dashy play some pranks?
Sure.
Almost sound like Goofy.
Whoa! Spike is just really goofy for the
Dad! Sure. You forgot your lunch. Have a good day.
Shut the fuck up.
I've been laughing since I can remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.
Goddamn good movie.
I fucking love that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Sure. Spike exclaimed as he stood up. With the light burp from Pinky, the two were off to find their multi-chromatic main tying ace of a friend and her boyfriend Green. On a more joking manner. I'm just kidding. That's the last I'm ever going to do a self-insert in one of these fics. Well, that's not technically true. I'm doing one in How to Preen Your Chicken, but I asked officially for the creator's consent on that one.
Blah. Is this Pinky speaking? Don't do that again. You hear me?
I already finished that part. You're the
okay.
We're trading off. You're going next.
Oh right, yeah. I'll admit. Narrator. Yeah.
Pinky and Spike were in the park.
Yeah. Pinky and Spike were in the park. The sparkling waters in a nearby pond reflected the afternoon sun in the brilliance that shimmered with every ripple in the water. Hold on, wait, who's doing Rarity? I mean, Rainbow. Who's doing Rainbow?
Oh, me?
You want to do Rainbow?
I'll do it.
Make sure it doesn't sound like a dyke.
I'll try for Tomboy, not Dyke.
Oh, it's going to be funny. Rain shimmered with every ripple in the water. On occasion, the wide-mouthed bass would leap into the air, grasp at its throat with its fins, and choke itself. It's a try.
So goodbye. It's the Wonder Boner. Now, my wife would like that.
And pull it down.
Ah, the return of the Y boner.
The Wonder Boner.
And pull it
Wonder
back.
Boner. My wife would like that. No!
Sorry. Hold on. Pull it back in the water, resolving to never again leave the safety of its wonderful scaly world of Fishyville. Yeah, right. Such excursions sent out ripples in the water that caught the sunlight and shone in Spike's eye.
Aye!
Hey! Turn the pirate!
Hey! No. Hey!
Hey! Yeah!
I'm making Spike Fonzie now.
Hey, Midnight Fish is ready.
Hey!
The purple dragon exclaimed as he clasped his claw over his face. Withdrawing his claw, he looked at Pinky.
So, any sign of Rainbow Dash?
Okay, New York Spike. Wow.
Hey, oh, what's going on?
Hey, Midnight needs your email to send the video.
I'm trying to do the snoring thing.
Okay. As if in response, a loud snoring became audible, and as the two walked down the path. Looking upwards, Spike saw a small tuft of rainbow-colored tail poking over the side of the cloud.
Oh, there is actually one line I want to take away from you for Pinky later.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Okay. Hey, Rainbow!
Spike called out.
Hey, Rainbow!
Spike called out. Again.
Me and Pinky were going out. Me and Pinky were going out to score some babes with our time off. You want to join in?
In response, the silent hoot kicked out and withdrew, and a snort emanated from the cloud.
No way, Soren. Not interested in that.
The purple dragon turned to his pink companion and shrugged.
Got any idea? Oh, okay. This is the Pinkie Pie line I want to steal from you for a sec.
Nodding, Pinkie Pie shouted up at the cloud. Use me wisely.
Oh, Dashy! Green's coming over!
What the hell I want to?
Fan fiction.
Pinky!
Fan fiction.
Pinky's gonna strangle freaking Blah!
Oh, Dashy! Green's coming over!
Hey, Rainbow's head poked over the side, but her eyes remained tightly shut.
Yes, my mane is longer than usual.
Ah!
Still awesome.
Wait, that's Rarity. Spike shook his head and sighed.
Okay, she's still asleep, and now she's bragging. How are we gonna... Hey!
Hey, New York Spike, how you doing? Spike yelled as another flash of light hit his eyes.
Hey!
He looked venomously at the lake before Pinkie Pie started giggling. Turning to the mare, the baby dragon saw that Pinky was holding a mirror in her hoof. Continuing the giggles, the party pony aimed the mirror right into Raindash's eyes and moved the light across them.
They found a screen. Run!
Rainbow yelled as she leaned. Oh, God damn it! Rainbow yelled as she leaned forward. The silent Pegasus shook her head and looked around, with her gaze set below her as she let her face don a small scowl as she flew down. Green will never be daring do.
All right, you two. What is it, you?
Rainbow's eyes finally scanned Pinky's mane, and then Pinky's warm smile.
Damn it! Why does her mane have to look sexier than mine?
It's the whole plan. Rainbow's brain.
No. That's why everyone wants her to go back to her usual main, because the flat main look is sexy.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be fucking stood up. That's why they're all fucking jealous. That's why.
Rainbow's brain filed a complaint to her eyes, claiming that they were liars. Her eyes, in turn, decided at that moment that they were tired of being yelled at for telling the truth and shut tight. As Rainbow winced, she shook her head.
Hey, me and Pinky want to go pick up some chicks, and we thought you wanted to join in for fun.
Spike, I'm going to smack you in the back of the head. Spike answered happily.
Me and Pinky were going to get our own special sun ponies, and we thought you wanted to join in on the fun.
Spike, we're going to play pranks.
Hey, I'm Fonzie over here.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. We're going to play pranks.
I'm about to jump the shark for the very first time.
I think you got a little high on the cookie.
That porta shock.
Rainbow opened her eyes to look at the two incredulously.
Pranks? Wait, what did you say? Wait, what?
You said pranks, go ahead.
Special sun ponies. I already have one of those. What kind?
The pranking fun kind, silly. Pinkie Pie bubbled, her mane drawing Rainbow's focus away from her answer.
Yeah, about that. I was hoping on checking up on Green's new art project. See you later.
I'm going to smack you. Get over here.
You just skip to the end.
Oh, well, okay, Daisy. Fine, just follow the sounds and laughter. With that, Pinkie reared up on her hind hooves and embraced the lower half of the Scion mare. Rainbow squirmed slightly at the intimacy.
Yeah, well, I gotta go.
She slipped out of Pinkie's grasp and went off toward... Wait, what happened?
Looks like someone left.
Oh, okay. Slipped out of Pinkie's grasp and was off toward Ponyville.
Is it just me, or did Dash seem a little flaky right now?
I don't know. Come on, I have an idea for our first prank.
You forgot to narrate what the hell I was saying, alright?
Yeah, well, you're the one acting Fonzie. Get that.
Alright, I'll stop. Okay, I promise I'll stop if you keep reading all the narrator.
Fine. Filthy Rich.
And I'll be Filthy Rich.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Filthy Rich was walking by his... Oh, hold on. Sorry, wrong voice. Filthy Rich was walking by his lonesome in the park, whistling a small ditty as he worked some counting numbers in his head.
And I just got the Mexico band. I hated Jamaican girl. And I just got the Mexico band. I hated Jamaica, Peru. Aquí we go.
Wow, that's a way to work out some accounting numbers.
Okay, the nations of the world, brought to you by Wacko Water.
The mustachioed merchant's train of thought was broken when he noticed a golden-hued glimmer shine in his eye.
Wait a minute, I don't have a mustache. This fucking story is wrong.
I don't give a fuck, I'm the one reading it. Get on with it. As he went down the trail, he saw a bit on the ground. The Italian looked around and, seeing nobody, talked to himself.
50% off at the brothel.
Keep the script. Filthy.
Perfectly good bit put to waste. Might as well just stow it away.
Filthy Rich reached down to the bit with a hoof. Before he could make contact with the coin, however, it moved off the pavement and onto the grass. Looking from side to side to ensure nobody saw him, Filthy braced himself to leap at the bit. When he launched himself in the air, the coin once again moved out of the way.
Wow, you're even more greedy than I am, Scrooge McDuck, richest duck in the world. Hey, Scroogey, you're the second richest duck in the world, as I, Flintheart Glomgold, am the richest duck in the world. Oh, Flinty, you think you're really the richest, but I am. Tell them, boys. Sure?
Rich gasped and reached out with his forehoof. He immediately regretted the decision as his chin was introduced to the ground.
That's why you need a pogo stick, you bastard.
Jiggling sounded from a bush, and Rich stood up quickly.
Blasted ducks, always wasting my time, making a real name for themselves.
The dad decided and walked off. In the bush, Pinkie Pie and Spike giggled furiously.
That was awesome!
Can't I remember that? I know. The Pony replied.
Trying to liven things up a little bit in his voice.
The Pony replied, though he did only go for it twice.
I'm sure some pony else will come for it long enough.
Spike responded as he wiped a tear of glee from his face. A few minutes later, Pinkie and Spike were staring out of the bush when Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, and Fluttershy trotted around a tree in the distance into a bar. Ooh, perfect! That's the thing to fight Twilight with. Pinkie explained as she reached into her mane. When we were there, she pulled out a large tome entitled The Complete Life and Times of Clover the Clever.
Oh, I have a better book title for it. The Complete Guide to Polymori and Your Two Mare Friends.
Ah! Okay, yeah. Spike looked confused.
And I call voicing Twilight and all the other ponies.
It's gonna be interesting. Spike looked confusedly between the flattened mane and the large text, but I call Rarity. Wondering how it had been.
Alright, you'll get Rarity, but you gotta fucking fix your microphone or whatever the hell's going on.
I don't know what's wrong with my microphone. It's a freaking headset!
If you can fix it, I'll temporarily stop the reading and we can cut to when you're better.
Oh man. I don't know what's wrong with it, honestly. Spike looked confusedly between the flattened mane and the large text, wondering how it's been tucked away so securely. Spike shrugged a moment later as Pinkie Pie began looping a small piece of string around the vertical brick of knowledge. Tying the string off, Pinkie grasped the book in her mouth and launched it onto the path. The man dragon waved excitedly as their friends drew closer. Twilight and the others drifted out of sight for a few moments before appearing again.
So you're saying her mane was sexy? What about her tail? Was that sexy too? Was it bouncing in the air?
Twilight asked the rings.
Insert references to the latest episode here. She just had a really sexy mane, like when she. Hang on.
Don't mess with my script. Twilight interrupted as she brought her hoop up to halt Rainbow Dash. The purple mare looked over at the large tome that was set on the ground before her. Her eyes widened as she looked in the cover.
The Guide to Polymori and Your Two Mares?
I'm gonna smack you. I'll agree to Clover the Clever. Twilight yelled. She jumped towards the book excitedly. She landed beside the book and began prancing about it on her hooves.
Yes.
Wait, what? He's like slowly changing. It's not a co-op film.
Well, I might as well be at least a little bit more subtle about it.
Wow. With a glowing horn, Twilight lifted up the book and tried placing it in her saddlebags. Twilight flinched at the tuggy sensation kept her from retrieving her desired book.
That's fucking weird.
Language! She commented as she put a little more force behind her spell. The tugging redoubled as Twilight pulled with all the might she could bring. Under the purple and pink wheels, the string snapped and set the book flying.
I did that only to basically sync it up with the video, just to make sure.
Twilight screamed as she caught the book in her magical aura again, just before it landed in the pond. Twilight expressed she lifted the book back to her saddlebags. At this point, Pinkie and Spike could contain their mirth no longer and burst out laughing. Twilight, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Rainbow went to the bush and parted the plants, revealed them for the party mare, and number one assistant rolling on their backsides jubilantly. Twilight rolled her eyes and lifted Spike to his feet as Pinkie gave a small snort and stood up. All the others except Spike stared at Pinkie and her mane in silence as silence reigned. Silence.
Your pinky.
What? He asked as she shrugged.
Oh my.
Maybe I should do Fluttershy.
You want to do Fluttershy?
Oh, dear. Fluttershy's breast floating over to her friend. Are you okay, Pinky? Did something happen? You aren't hurt, are you? I didn't mean to neglect you. I didn't mean to neglect you. Honest. Flutters, Pinky said as she her butter pecked his friend. I'm doing wonderful. And now that even more of my friends say, we can have even more fun. You can go ahead and take Rarity.
No, I thought you wanted Rarity.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what you say. Rarity.
But, darling.
Rarity piped up.
Why ever did you steal my main design? Not that it doesn't look good, not that it doesn't look wonderful. It's just...
Don't make me remind you of that one time you had to change your main green and black.
Oh, but darling, don't you realize that bouncing, adorable look from last episode was simply dazzling?
I look like an anime character.
The last time you had your mane like that, everyone fucking assumed that you were a creepypasta character, which don't fucking exist for one thing.
Alright, we agree never to talk about that again.
Fucking creepypasta characters don't fucking exist. People fucking act like they do. I'm not even kidding. Just like fucking spirits. Well, spirits can be real, but just creepypasta characters, no way.
Twilight completed.
So tell us, why must you be memes?
Twilight, can you please keep this script?
Did something happen? Did you hit your head? Ah!
Twilight bit her lip and started moving her hooves like she was on hot coals.
What if you're that sexy chrysalis?
I don't think
Listen, I'm trying to somewhat both stay in this and at the same time be a fucking asshole.
You're helping my case here.
What if you're not the real Pinky? What if I sent the real one in the mirror pool? Oh, believe you me, that's been adapted. Oh, believe you me, darling, that's already adapted into several different animations, comics, and all those other stories. In fact, there's this one called The Clone That Got Away on Tumblr. Oh, Celestia, I should have known. Oh, Celestia, I should have just asked her a real question only the Pinkie Pie could have answered. I'm a fucking idiot!
Ooh, I remember this one comic where I pull all the Pinkies into a truck, pulled them out of the middle of nowhere, and told them to get. And I asked them if they remembered the way back. And they did. I shot her a shotgun. That was fun.
Listen, Pinky, we already have enough references to this douchebag's fan fiction with him shipping himself with Rainbow. I think we're overdue with references right about now.
Hey, Pony, can we get back to the story, please? I want to actually finish it. Oh, sorry.
Okay, Pinky. Tell me, did you get bitten by a werewolf and transform already?
Twilight pressed her head against Pinky's, her horn disturbing some of the party pony's locks.
Okay, Pinky. Did you get bitten by a radioactive vampire?
Twilight looked into Pinky's eyes expectantly, her eyes showing regret. A blue jay? Pinky responded happily. Twilight pulled her head back and sighed.
Okay, if you're the real Pinky, tell me, who did I fall in love with first, Trixie or Starlight?
You didn't fall in love either. That shit never sailed. You just think of that.
Shut up.
I'm really thinking, yeah, get over it. Twilight's horn sparked as a flicker of green light shone over Pinky. Ooh, pretty. The party pony bubbled as the light passed over her.
Okay, not Chrysalis either. Damn it!
Twilight said as she began pacing.
This doesn't make any sense. Pinky, insert joke about it being bullshit that they would think that this is the fucking truth or not. Twilight?
Spike groaned.
You do realize this is the absolute worst thing you ever thought of ever since the Segway.
Why does that sound like it? Why does it sound like Rarity would have said that?
Darling, do you realize this is the worst thing you ever thought of since the Segway?
Yeah, I see where he's saying that. Okay, let's continue on. The purple dragon's lips were sealed as a purple aura surrounded them and formed a zipper.
I'm sorry, Spike, but you're too young to have an opinion. That's basically what she's fucking saying right now.
Twilight lifted her chin up and walked back to the path with Pinky in tow. Spike reached up to his lips and unzipped them.
But I'm 13, you bitch!
The Reptilian
supposed to figure out something is wrong with Pinkie Pie when there's nothing wrong with her, you idiot!
The Reptilian assistant groaned as he saw the others surround Pinky and guide her toward the library, pressing her with questions to make absolute certain she was fine. The purple dragon walled.
I'm afraid when people actually read this story after we link it to it, and are disappointed to see that all this shit isn't in the actual story.
I know.
I'm gonna cringe.
Yeah.
Okay, people, listen. You can read this with your friends and make shit up like we are, but the main story is underlyingly the same, even though I try to fill it with as much headcanon and shipping as possible.
As long as you don't add green to it. The purple dragon walled us in the group, shaking his head and rolling his eyes. Oh God.
You wanna take this home?
Home. Pinkie Pie was strapped into a large chrome helmet covered in red lights and wires. Where have we seen this before? Drowning her in the library basement was Twilight, Rimdash, Twilight, Verity, and Twilight.
Oh,
Twilight.
Oh, sorry. I was just seeing Danganronpa 3. It's like, oh no, the point of the game where it was so fucking obvious that she's not the main protagonist.
Twilight, Pinkie pouted. Can you stop teleporting around? It's hard for me to keep tracking you when you keep moving about like that.
Sorry, Pinky. I was watching a Danganronpa 3 live stream.
Shut up.
Twilight Sparkle. Recording on.
Twilight glanced at the calendar.
September 19th, 2017. Let's just say 10 p.m. Subject, name, Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Mina. Yes, Pinkie Pie is fine, Twilight. Pinkie interrupted with a smile.
AKA Pinkie Mina Diane Pie. Species, Earth Pony with incredible fucking fourth power magic.
Yep.
No color pink, main color slightly darker pink.
Twilight glanced at Pinkie's mane and gave a worried frown. Rainbow
What I literally just said.
Yeah. Rainbow exasperately sighed.
I'm sure we already know how hot Pinkie is, Twilight.
The Silent Mare stated.
Why are we bothering with all this? Because this is science, Rainbow!
Please don't you ever rocket at the library again? Twilight answered.
And I always take science seriously, especially when it comes to my friends. Moving on. Subject displays characteristics, personality traits, but main indicates deep-seated emotional issues. Where the fuck did I think of that?
Spike, make sure all the rockets are gone.
Where the fuck did I come up with that idea?
Twilight walked up to Pinkie Pie and looked at her.
Pinkie, I'm going to ask you a series of pointless questions. I'd like you to answer them all honestly. I'll be able to tell if you're attempting to keep a secret or not, because science, apparently.
Twilight, he began. I never lied to you or any of my friends. I mean, remember how bad things went when I didn't talk to you, when I thought you didn't want to be my friend anymore? Or when Dashy thought doing this, he'd make fun of her when we started reading Danny Do? Or when Randy kept the fact that I was going to that party Francie Page was throwing a secret for us. Turned out to be an orgy. It was weird. Or when Applejack tried to run away and she didn't hit first place at the Camp Rodeo. I mean, a lot of people shipped to a rainbow at that time. Or that time when you strapped me to this big helmet thing. I didn't tell you that I was worried it was going to mess up my name. Or my brain. I didn't want to break the fourth wall any more than I already did. Twilight tilted her head at the last comment and looked at her bound-up friend.
Sorry, give me a second. I want to take care of something.
Oops. Wait, no. Sit to me. Pinkie bold. Shaking her head, Twilight responded.
Yes, but I also remember what happened. My friends didn't take a problem seriously. I remember what happened to Celestia. Yeah, I know what happened, Twilight. It basically was the best episode of season 2 up until the finale. Oh wait,
Get on of it! Yeah, get on of it! Get on of it! Crystal Shudder ran down everyone's back. That's right. Ready, focus.
Sorry, I just wanted to take care of one little itty bitty teeny tiny little thing. If it'll fucking do it. There we go. Oh, slow mode was on, that's why. Sorry about that.
Midnight.
Okay, where were we?
It's at the ready line. Hey, Midnight.
Hey, you ready to see it? I need to borrow your email, though.
Paul, storyteller.
We'll let you know. It should take us less than 10 minutes to finish up.
Okay.
Okay, where were we?
We were at Rarity's line after the collective shudder ran down everyone's backs.
All right.
Okay, Pinky, please read this.
Most certainly, darling. That punk look for me was amazing.
Rarity stated when Rainbow Dash and Twilight each raised an eyebrow toward the fashionista. She chuckled.
Well, it has lots of fan art and lots of cosplay opportunities.
That was kind of fast, you know?
Anyway.
But I said as with a roll with her eyes as she turned back to Pinky.
First question. Sexual orientation?
Name what? Party Pony responded. Twilight smacked herself in the face with a hoof.
What is your weird and obviously fake sexual orientation?
Pinkie Pie!
Who's your special sun pony?
Pink!
What is your journey?
To make ponies laugh. Pinkie Pie
No, it's
said.
to be the very best like no pony ever was.
What's the NFB's philosophy of a swallow?
Are you a bitch, or otherwise dissatisfied with your life in any manner?
Twilight asked as her eyes ran along the sheet of paper, her frown deepening. No, only about you. No, only about all those thinking lights. I'm fine, honest, he replied. Twilight scanned the paper before her. The purple mare's left eye twitched as they failed to meet her expectations.
No, my science is failing me!
She yelled.
Science has lost.
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
No. It's, of course, don't you know anything about science?
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
False, don't you know anything about ponies?
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success.
Where the fuck is Portal 3 and Half-Life 3 as well? Fuck you, Valve.
Exactly what I said.
Fuck you.
And
Exactly what I said.
Fortress 3.
Pinkie piped up. Along with no, only about.
Hey,
This
Half-Life
makes no
confirmed.
sense! Nothing
What?
on this graph. Nothing on this graph. Nothing on this. Oh wait, that's a giraffe.
Sorry about that.
Fuck! I've been watching this wrong thing the whole time.
Twilight rotated the graph of the Rainbow Dash. See? The Rebel Unicorn act of her Scion friend.
Sorry, I'm looking at this.
Did we break Twilight?
Oh man, damn it! She didn't comment. Fuck. Oh wait, it looks like. Non-egghead, please.
Yes, I'd like to have a non-annoying one.
Rainbow requested.
It means that we're going to contrive a way in order to make her mane not be flat anymore.
Twilight answered.
There must be a way. Oh yeah, right, static electricity.
Twilight ran over some controls and began fiddling with them.
Maybe I can use this Tesla coil inside of her asshole.
We're just trying to find out why my main's flat.
It's Pinkie Pie!
A voice from the basement stairs yelled.
No, excuse me. That was the wrong line. You fucking idiots!
And Mrs. Pike.
She doesn't need a reason to have her mane down, you assholes!
A crashing sound came from the stairs, and down rolled Spike. Rolling in a near-perfect spear, he smacked into Twilight's machine.
And that's why I have been named the best ball replacement in all of Equestria.
And for no punting.
Spike!
Twilight exclaimed as she stepped away from the machine.
I told you, you don't have an opinion. Only ponies, zebras, alicorns, and every other species that is not you has an opinion.
Twilight, Pinky whined.
You're basically a slave.
It's okay, Pinky.
Get
Your mane will go back to normal just in a few... It's okay, Pinky. Your mane's gonna go back to normal in just a few seconds.
Oh, dear, Twilight, your machine's acting all funny. Fluttershy interjected as she stepped back.
Oh dear.
I already did it. The purple mare expressed as she turned around. The machine was flashing with a series of reds and yellow lights and shuddering violently. It's gonna blow!
I'm a fire in my laser!
She yelled excitedly as she ran to the printer again.
Yes!
Is that it? There's lots of that, you know.
Oh, it means it's gonna explode.
No, I think it's getting a reading. Something weird. The Element Magic sighed before realizing what she had said.
Fuck.
Twilight yelled as she teleported over to her machine. It was causing quite a racket and tilting to one side and then the other.
I can fix this. I can make the Emoji Movie actually have a point.
Twilight assured her friends and herself.
Game over.
I just have to... Oh, fuck.
An emergency breaker on the machine flipped and an arc of electricity shot down to Pinky. The party pony shook violently before the helmet flew off and embedded itself in the ceiling. I'm not getting that. The smoke cleared, Rainbow Dash flew to Pinkie Pie.
Woo! Pinkie Pie, are you not sexy enough anymore? Oh, thanks, Celestia. You're back to normal.
That's Twilight.
No more competition. You're back to normal.
Twilight asked.
What did you say?
Twilight asked as she trotted over to the pair. Rainbow? It's your line.
I said her mane's back to normal. All fluffy and poofy and bouncy and why did we not want... Oh, damn it, her mane's like the episode. Fuck, we're fucked either way.
I'm animated again. Clyde! The Nightmare responded as Rarity and Fluttershy walked up to the others tentatively. Pink Pie reached over to her head with her hooves and felt at her mane. To Loyalty's words, her mane was once more puffed up, more than a marshmallow.
Fascinating.
Twilight said.
I got nothing on this, right, Pinky? Pinky?
All attention was focused on the mare, who continued prying her mane as her lips quivered. Pinky looked back at her tail to see it, too, was greatly, chaotically arranged. Her eyes watered as Rarity hugged her.
Oh, darling, thank goodness you're back to your somewhat less sexy self.
Fashionista exclaimed as she felt warm moisture on her shoulder. Rarity withdrew and saw the tears that welled up in Pinky's eyes.
Pinky, what's wrong?
I want my mane to be like that.
Oh god, I just found something hilarious.
Share with us in a minute. We're finishing up.
No, I'm done! Pinky started sobbing as Fluttershy came up to comfort her friend. Shh. It's okay. You're all better. Try to fix your mane. Everything will be all better. You just have to give it time. Besides, no one can be more sexy than Rainbow here. Pinky bawled as the butterfaces wrapped her hooves around her neck.
Pinky, what's wrong?
Twilight asked concernedly.
Your main's back to its slightly less sexy self. Aren't you happy? No!
Spike yelled, dusting himself off.
You fucking bitches, what are you thinking? You fucking bitches, what are you thinking? Come on, Rick.
Fuck you, Rick and Morty.
Oh, come on, Rick. Tell him. The main was just as fine as it was before. Heck, it could be sexy both ways. So...
Twilight lifted her hoof to her chin as her ears dropped.
We basically made an ass out of us and us. Yes!
Big answer as Pinky continued to sob.
Yeah, you know what? I got nothing. We fucked up royally. You know what? We fucked up so much. We fucked up almost as bad as we fucked up in Ne'er-do-Well. And that's saying something. Oh, believe you me, I got plans for Ne'er-do-Well.
Spike folded his arms and tapped his foot to the ground that brought memories of Angel Bunny to Fluttershy's mind. A little random, you mean?
It's a little random, you mean. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, fuck.
Twilight lowered her head and turned back to Pinkie Pie, who was wiping at her eyes with a hoof.
Pinky, I'm sorry. I didn't listen to you. I should have believed you when you told us that you were really fine. Yeah.
Grimdash added.
And I shouldn't have just assumed you're going crazy just because your main was.
I'm sorry that I didn't realize you were already happy, Pinky. Fluttershy commented, burying herself in the combined curtains of her mane and Pinky's.
And I, for one, apologize for having played a part in all of this.
Rarity floated out a hair straightener from her salad bag.
If you'll let me, I'd like to help you get your mane back to just how you wanted it.
Once Pinky saw the grooming tool, she smiled softly before turning to her friends. So you really are okay with me having my mane straight? She asked.
Yes, Pinky.
Twilight responded.
And if anyone fucking thinks that your mane being straight means you're a psychotic killer, they're an asshole.
With that, Pinky jumped up as her mane fell down, straightening and once more assuming a flat state. Twilight looked around at all the others and chuckled.
Fuck it.
And the Lord came down from the heavens to the burning house and threw a can of gasoline onto the fire. And with one... Yeah, that's the plan. He said, fuck it. She turned to Spike and instructed.
Take a letter, Spike.
Spike pulled out the paper and quill out of the corner shelf and stood at attention.
Ready!
He announced. Clearing her throat, Twilight began.
Dear... Allow me.
Good one.
Dear Princess Celestia, the internet is a really shitty place sometimes.
Hey!
Sure, a lot of nice people live on it when you know where to look, but other people just make assumptions and think the creepypastas are actually real, and that flat manes or different mane styles from normal means that you're a different pony, a psychotic killer, in fact. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is fucking horse apples, and that you should never ever assume that unless you write that kind of story well. As I always say, anything can be written well. Your faithful student, Alicorn Twilight Sparkle. No, scratch that, Spike. Princess Alicorn Princess Twilight Sparkle the First.
Spike, scratch all that. I'm going to read you the actual letter. Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned that sometimes a friend will do something different for reasons you might not understand. While it's always important to make sure a friend is always feeling clear.
Fine, I'll read it prop. Hold on, hold on.
Hey, now I get to read it.
Okay. Can you finish up the story? My sister's calling.
Yeah, good. It's important to make sure a friend is always feeling their very best. It's also important to realize that sometimes the change on the outside doesn't mean that everything about them should be called into question. As worried as you might be for them, sometimes you have to take what they say with an ounce of faith. Ounce of faith. Say it one time, don't repeat it. And in time, they'll prove to you that they truly are fine. To be able to do it, try a sparkle. Twilight smiled before she saw Spike look at her expectantly. Oh, and then, P.S. Spike was really helpful in getting me to learn this lesson. Ahem, Spike said, as he pointed to Pinkie Pie, who was sitting as Rarity began working her mane with the straightener. Oh, and Pinkie Pie as well. As Princess Celestia sat on her throne, she smiled at her pupil's most recent letter. Excuse me, dear sister, Luna asked as she entered the throne room from the side hall. Wouldst thou deign to inform us wherefore thy coat has been dyed pink? Celestia looked over her newly colored coat before greeting her sister.
I'll take this part.
Ooh.
Oh well, just crushing the cannon is all.
Feeling a little nostalgic.
And that was more than her mane. Quite frankly, my favorite Pinkie story. So what did you guys think of the story, our riffing aside?
Yeah, what do you think of me?
Needs less green.
I actually agree with how that story was.
Seems okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it for the time being. So until next time, it's Blah 6, Green Thunder, GT, whatever the hell.
GT. And Pinkie Pie. Pinkie, you can go back to the story now. Oh, sorry.
He's Blisks.
That's Nordiax, and that's Mr. Midnight. Salutations and good night.
Get ripped!
До свидания.
And that's it. I actually created said recording, if I can.
Nice. Oh god, now I'm stuck with Pinkie Pie voice. Damn it!
Okay, I'm gonna need your email so I can send you the video.
Hello, what do we have here?
Mom.
Hold on, sorry, I'm just like looking at this. It's like, oh, so all I have to do now is just go over. Ooh, and now we can finally get back to Danganronpa.
Wait, Claudette.
I don't know.
Alright, give me a second.
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know? She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood.
No, something still doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
Huh? You mean she's not the type? But you would...
Oh, sorry about that. I got a message from Kitty. That doesn't happen often. Hey, my
Ready for the...
As of yesterday and today. No, this doesn't mean we're conversing about commissions on Discord. So get that out of your head right now. I want to know if you got my email due to the fact that I've been having follow-ups to say.
How are you guys?
Derek.
Okay then.
Nord, you guys want to check out this video?
Sorry about that, guys. I just got something from Kitty, and I was like, okay.
Suki.
I'll send you my email if I can find you.
I shall be right back.
Where's it at? The video you're talking about.
I'm gonna be emailing it to you guys. Just private message or email, so you know. Thank you, Blah.
Well, that was boom. Turns out Kitty was a little nervous on the email thing, and that said that it was glitching out on her end. So in that case.
I think I sent it to the right person.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there you go. Okay, that's it. I clarified that specifically. Okay. Oh shit! Molly's doing Mario 64 multiplayer. Oh fuck! Oh, I want to play that.
Oh yeah, it definitely sounds like an interesting concept.
And you weren't trying to save yourself. What you were trying to do was kill the mastermind. Kill the mastermind? Kaede wasn't targeting Rantaro. She was targeting the mastermind. She was trying to end this killing game.
I'm getting you
She
guys.
was trying to save us all.
Oh, by the way, Wolf, I'm actually writing a Ace Attorney crossover with My Little Pony right now.
Cool.
Killing the mastermind? It's all my fault. Kaede trusted my skills.
No, that's good. I'm just gonna upload it and put it on private.
That'll
That's
work.
why she set that trap. It's all my fault. She trusted my detective work and I screwed it up.
Stop. It's not true. Please, don't say it's your fault. It'll be harder for me. None of this is your fault. It's mine. Everything's my fault.
Kaede.
Shuichi, can I ask you to do one last favor for me? Can you end all of this? I want you to reveal everything that happened.
Closing argument time.
I want you to end this. That's my final wish.
I'll end all of this. I'll reveal everything. The truth and the lies.
It's closing argument time.
Hmm.
Wow, this theme is fucking boring. Wow, this theme is fucking boring.
What game?
So, sorry. I was looking at this and wanted to help Kitty make sure that everything was right as rain.
So, Section P, how do you pronounce pone? Pone? Pony. Putis.
I haven't gotten Midnight's message yet. I haven't gotten Midnight's message yet.
It's probably because he decided to change up and go put it on his channel as private and probably send us the link to download.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you cuss. God damn it, cuss.
I did have a neat idea for a Doctor Who music video featuring this song.
Dangan Ronpa. Here's exactly what happened.
Truth of the case! It all began 2 days prior, when Monokuma gave us the additional motive. The time limit added to this killing game triggered the crime.
do you guys think would you guys agree this would make an interesting Doctor Who music video involving this song?
Hold on.
Let's see it. I don't see it. Oh, that's right.
It's in.
That's right. I can stop the recording. That's right. Oh, I see it.
Johnny Cash.